Okay, what's up? Welcome back to Code with Clinton again. So in this video, we are going to continue the e-commerce RESTful API that we are building with Django Rest Framework. Understand? So right now, we want to add to carts. So let's get started right away. So here is it. Let's go down to my piece of Wi-Fi. So what are we adding to cart? We are simply adding cart item to a specific cart, right? So we already have the cart item view set. So all we need now is a serializer, right? We also have a cart item serializer. So let's go to our serializer.py. That's what we have there. So here's our cart item serializer. Okay, we have some other serializers here. But here's our cart item serializer, which is here, right? Perfect. So we have this already. So, but if we check the fields, these fields are just too much, you understand? So I don't want to touch them. I'm going to simply create a new cart item serializer, you understand? So for you to add to cart, what do you need? You simply need what? You simply need the, for you to add to cart, you simply need the product, you simply need the product ID and the quantity of this cart item, you understand? So you go down to an e-commerce website right now. I have one on my page. So here's an e-commerce website now. For you to add to cart, you need the ID of this product and also the quantity you want. Like the quantity you want to add, instead, like how many of it do you want to add to your cart? How many of it? Instead, so what we need now. So go down to, so right now we go down to our serializer.py file. So I'm going to put a new serializers right here. So scroll down. I'm going to call this now. I'm going to say class add item, add cart item serializer. So let me open my model. I'm going to right now open our model.py file. So I'll show you that. Let's open that. Go to the side. So scroll down here. So right here we have our cart item. Understand? So you simply just need the product and the quantity, right? That's all we need. So let's continue. Right there. So let's continue. So now, as I said, now we're going to miss serializers. Okay, now dot model serializer. So now I'm going to say class meta. So say model should be equal to cart item, right? Cart items. It's not sure, I don't know what's wrong. This thing is not being suggested. Let's say fields. It should be equal to, so first of all we're going to put in the ID of the cart item and then product underscore ID, product underscore ID. Then what do we have again? We're going to put in one more thing. We're going to put in the quantity. So as you can see right there, we just need what we need now is just we need the product ID and the quantity of our cart item, right? That's what we need for us to add to cart, you understand? So if we check the models, you can see the models, we have the product and then the quantity, so everything is in line, right? So now let's continue. So go down to my serializer.py file. So now this is what we just need now. So I'll go down to my view set right now. So our views. Okay, now so I'm going to do something right here now. So I'll come over here and I'm going to use the serializer class function. So I'll simply remove this one. I'll simply say dev get underscore serializer class. So now this is what I need now. So I will check for something now, you understand? So if it is a get request, we are going to return what's happening. So let's clear this. So if it is a get request, we want to use a different serializer class. If it is a post request, we want to use a different serializer class. So it's as simple as that. So I'm going to say if self dot request dot method is equal to post. You see, that's you can see right now. If we had used serializer class just like this, there is no way for us to get this self in this time, because you see now we don't have the self in this cart item view set. We don't have it there. So that's why we are using the get serializer class, you understand? So that's it over there. I said if solved of request method is equal to post, if it's a post request, so what do we want to do? So I'll simply say, so if it's a post request, I'll simply return add cart item serializer. I need to import that on top here. This is now quite long, so we're going to simply just say add cart item serializer. So that's it. So let me say add cart item serializer. Else, if it's a get request, to simply return the cart item serializer. That's all we need to do now. So we've gotten this now. Perfect. Okay, let's see. Okay, now go down to the browser now. Okay, come over here. So now simply refresh the page now. Let's see. Refresh. So let's see what it looks like. Go down to the bottom. So now right now, that's what we have here. We have the quantity, right? We have the quantity. The reason why we are not seeing the product ID is because of that's automatic instead. It's going to be created automatically, but no, we want to also add the product ID right here. So go down to your serializer.py file, to your serializer.py file. Come over here now, and we'll simply just say product_ID. Products ID should be equal to serializers dot integer field. So nice, we need that, we need it to be visible there instead. So go down here and refresh the page. Perfect. Now we have our product, we have the product ID, and we also have a quantity. Nice. So that's it for that now. So what we need to do now is this now. So we want to work on our save method, understand? So let me explain how it works here. So now let's assume we have a particular cart item in the cart, and we try adding that same cart item again. We don't want to have two instances of a cart item in a cart. No. If the cart item already exists, we want to simply update the quantity of the cart item. You understand? So if the cart item does not exist yet, we want to create a new cart item. You understand? So that's what we need to do right now. So we need to work on our save function on the serializer on the serializers. Understand? We need to work on the save function on the serializers.py file. So let's go down there and work on that right now. You get? So because if we don't do that, we can have several instances of a cart item in a cart, but instead, if a cart item already exists, we just simply need to increase the quantity of the cart item. It's as simple as that. So let's continue. Okay, so come on to your, right now I am in the serializer.py file. So just let's scroll down here. So work on our save function here, just above the class method. So right now, let's create our save function. We're going to customize the save function, right? Let me say dev save. Understand? So I'm expecting it to complete itself, but it's not. Let's just see. Let's just try save. Yeah, save method. Let's see. Okay, this is what I need now. Perfect. Or Ctrl Z. So try again. Dev save. Yeah, save. Now this is what I want. Perfect. So right now we want to save this cart item in a different way, as I explained to you guys in instance. So we need a product ID, we need the quantity, we also need the cart ID. So let's get the product ID. So just come over here, let's just say products_ID. We can get that one from the validated data. We can get the product ID from the validated data, right? I'm going to say self.validated_data. Then we'll say square bracket and then product_ID. So it's product_ID, which is what we have here. So our quantity, come over here and say quantity should be equal to self.validated_data and then quantity. Perfect. So now right now we want to get the cat ID. So how do we get the cat ID? No, we can't just add cat. We can't just add cat items. We need to add it to a specific cat, right? So how do we get the cat ID? So we can only get the cat ID from the URL. This is the cat ID here. From the URL, right? So we are going to go down to our view set right now, to our views. So we can take from our views, go down to your views now. So we're on the views right now. I want to get our cat ID, right? So now we're going to have one more function here. It's called the serializer context. I'm going to say def get underscore serializer context. Understand? So we're going to simply get the cat ID from here. So let me say return. Yeah, it's going to be a dictionary, and then I was going to say cat underscore ID, and there's going to be going to soft dot keywords args square brackets. I think it's called cat underscore pk. So now this is the cat ID I just got now. So right now this context helps to pass data to our serializer. You understand? This function helps to pass data to our serializer. So I'm going to get the cat ID now. Just watch me. I'm going to simply come over here and say cat ID. I'm going to do that on top. Let's say cat underscore ID should be equal to self.context. Self.context. Remember, the function is called what again? Serializer. It's called serializer context. So we're going to say self.context, then the name of the key name, right? So come over here and say square bracket. Now let me say cat underscore ID. So right now we have the cat ID, we have the product ID, we also have the quantity. So now we want to now create a cat item. I'm gonna come over here and just simply say, right now we want to get this. We want to get the cat item that has this product that has this ID, this product ID, and also this cat ID. So come over here and say cat items dot objects dot get. I'm going to simply say the cat item as the product. I'm going to say product underscore ID. This is the field in the cat items model. That's a field there. So we say cat items dot object dot get product underscore ID should be equal to product ID, the one we have up here. Understand? Product ID. So we're going to do we're going to do something for the cats. The cat also cat ID should be equal to cat underscore ID. So that's it right now. So what if this cat item does not exist? You understand? What if it does not exist, right? So if it does not exist, what do we want to do? So we're going to use the try catch block, the try catch, you understand? So this is a try block. So if it does not exist, so it might not exist, right? So let's do the except block. In case it does not exist, we want to simply create this cat item. You understand? You get? So we are working on the save function. So if this cat item exists, we want to simply update the quantity. Let's update the quantity. We're going to say let's assign this to a variable. I'll simply say cat item. So if this cat item exists, we want to simply update the quantity. So we're going to say cat item dot quantity should be plus equal to quantity. So that's it over there. Plus equal to quantity, and then once we say cat items dot save. Perfect. So what if this cat item? What if this cat item does not exist? We want to simply create this cat item. So come over here and say cat item dot object dot create. So simply say product ID, product underscore ID should be equal to. Remember, these are fields in the cat item model. Let me show you again. So this is our cat item model. We have the cards, we have the product, we also have the quantity. You understand? So let's say product ID, product underscore ID should be equal to product ID, the one we have on top. Oh, what's happening? Product ID, and then the cat underscore ID should be equal to cat ID, and then the quantity, remember, should be equal to quantity. So that's all we need for that. So that's it for that. Okay, we're almost done. But remember the last part. This is the most tricky part of it all, understand? So just open right now. We need to see right now. We want to see our model serializer, how it saves. We want to see the save function in the model serializer. So hold down Control if you're on Windows and hold down the command key if you're on MacBook, understand? So and then click on model serializer. So click on it. So right now we are there now. So right now just let me say Control Shift O. You understand? Control Shift O if you're on Mac, Command Shift O if you're on Windows, Control Shift O, and then search for save. You want to see the save function. So click on base serializer. That's it there. So we have okay, now as well. I can see we are there. We have the save function now. So I'll scroll down a bit. Just scroll down a bit. Scroll down. Scroll down. Scroll down. Scroll down. Instead, we need to assign what we've done in our serializer. We need to assign it to this variable called self.instance. We need to assign it to this variable called self.instance. Remember, we updated and we also created. And it's time to assign to this variable called self.instance. You get? So right now, this save function you see here, before there was a time we used the create function. There was a time we used the create function. Right now we're using the save function. I want to explain how this things work. The save function can decide to either update or create a new instance in our database. You understand? That's what the save function does. But the create function can only create a new instance. But right here, we are simply trying to do what we are trying to either create a new instance or update an already existing instance. You understand? So the save function does two operations depending on what you want it to do. Right now, we want it to either update or create. But the create function just only creates a new instance. That's why we cannot use the create option here. That's why we are using the save function instance. So as I told you before, we need to assign to self.instance. So this is it here. So over here, let me come over here and let me say self.instance. So say self.instance should be equal to cat item. So you need to do this. You can see, we check your serializer.py file. So they did there. Go ahead and say self.instance should be equal to the update to the update version and to the create version. You can see that as there. We must do that now. So we've done that already. Self.instance equal to cat item. This is for the update version. And for the create version, just come over here and let me just say self.instance should be equal to this, and after that we need to return we need to return this self.instance. We need to return it. So let me just say return self.instance. So this is all you need to do for you to like add to cart. Understand? This is all you need to do now. So let's see how it works on the browser. Go down to the page right now. So now we have our now we'll simply refresh this page. Refresh. Okay. So right now I want to add to cart. So let's see. Right now I need to add to cart. I'm going to get a particular. Let's get this product ID. This product to this given ID. Copy this ID. Control C. Control C. That's the product ID there. Okay, just copy that. I should have used integers, right? But I'm using the UUID field. So this is our product ID. So you can see product ID now. You can see right now it has a quantity of 3. It has 3 quantities. It has 3 of it instead in this given cart. The quantity is just simply 3. So now I'm going to simply just put in 2 more there. It's going to become 5 now. Let's see. 2, and then click on save. Click on post. I hope it works. No error. Oh, try an error. It says Jason Passer. Okay, as you can see, we're having this error on the screen right now. So I realized something. I saw that our product ID is a UUID field, not an integer field. And if we check our code here, if we check our serializer.py file, I made that I set integer field here. I think this is the problem. So let's convert this to integer field. UUID field. Okay. Serializers.UUID field. I think that should be proper. Let's try it again. Serializers.UUID field. This is it. Okay, so I think everything should work this time. Let's try again. Okay. Okay. Refresh this page. Okay, let's redo now. Get this ID once more. Copy. And come over here. Up its workspace, and then let's just say 2. You can see the quantity is 3. The quantity says 3 there. Okay, quantity 3. So it should become 5. Everything works well because this item we have here already exists in the cart. So we are going to be updating, not creating a new one. We are going to be updating the quantity because it already exists. You get, so right now we should have 5 of it now. If you click on the post button, so click on post. I hope it works. No error again. Oh, the same error. Okay, you can see everything is working fine, but I don't know why this error keep persisting. So now let's try the HTML form. Let's try the form. So refresh this browser. So as I said before, copy the ID, Ctrl C. So come over here, paste it in the field here, paste here, and then just say 2. So post now. Perfect, it works here. It works on the form, but I don't know why it's not working on the raw data instead. So you can see now the ID is now, the quantity is now 5. So let's refresh this page now. Refresh. So, oh no, I still want to refresh. I'm not trying to update. Refresh this page. So now I can see the quantity should be okay. We updated this last one. So right now, let's copy this one. We have 3 here. If we come 5, just copy this ID. Ctrl C, copy, and come over here. We paste it here, and just say 2. And then post. The quantity now says 5, right? It says 5. Perfect. So that's it. So enter. You can see now the quantities. I think it came down to the back. It came down here. It's 5, right? You can see the it's 5, right? It's 5 now. I guess it is updating. What was it doing? Okay, let's try this one more time. The ID is 308. The name of the product is Versace T-shirt. So let's try this one more time to be sure if everything is working fine. Ctrl C, paste here. So let's put in 3 and then post. You see, oh, I need to put in that stuff there, and then let's post now. It says 8. I did 308. I think it's working. It's working. So let's see now, scroll down. Perfect, I think it's working. It's now 8 Versace t-shirts. So let's try it one more time. We paste the ID of the product, which is this here. It says 8 here. It should be 10 right now. It should be 10. So now click on the post button. It's 10 now. So refresh the page. So let's scroll down. We have it here. You can see it's now 10. So right now we can update the quantity. You understand? So now, okay, watch now. So I'm going to get a new cart item. I'm going to get a new product that does not exist in this cart. So let's do that right away. I need to get the ID of such product. I think we have 309, we have 307, and 308. So let's get a different product that does not exist. You understand? That's not in the cart. So I want to create a product that's not in the cart. So let's go to products. Enter. So I don't have this product in my cart. I don't have this product. I'm going to copy this product right now. It has an ID of, okay, just copy this. We don't have this product in our cart, I'm pretty sure. Oh, let's get something else. I think let's get this one. We don't have this product in our cart. Ctrl C. So right now we are trying to add a new product to the cart instead to our cart now. So I've copied that. So now we'll go down to carts. I've forgotten the ID of that cart. Okay, perfect. Right here again. Nice. I think I got. We don't have that product. So now I'll come over and paste that product here. but make sure you have something on your, make sure the product exists in your database. If it does not exist, it's going to throw an error. So right now I got a product that is not in the cart, so I'm going to simply just say 3. So now right now you can see we have 3 products in the cart. We have 3 now. We're going to have 4 with a quantity of 3. We're going to have 4 products now, and that we are going to have 4 products right now. Once I click on the post button, click on post, it throw an error. Oh, it says this is wrongly spelled. Where did I spell quantity wrongly? Let's see. Oh yeah, this is a problem. Oh, I also saw that there is something about this. Instead of doing this long method, just come over here and say product. Just first of all, we're going to get the cart ID first. Cart ID should be equal to this. We need to get the cart ID because we are getting a cart ID from the URL. So we're going to say cart underscore ID. So instead of putting the extra fields manually, we could just simply use the validated data. We'll simply unpack the validated data. I'm going to unpack that. So I'll simply say self.validated data. So right now, I just simply unpack the validated data. You get, so that's it now. So instead of us writing the extra fields manually, you can simply just do this to make things easier and faster. So come down here. Okay, now so we have our product now. This is it over here. This is the quantity. So click on the post button. So you need to refresh this page first, unless it's going to throw an error. So paste that ID and then let's just put in 2 there and then click on post. Perfect. Now we have a new product in our cart. So once I refresh this page, we're going to have 4 products with a quantity of 2. So let's see now. Right now you can see we have 4 products and the quantity says 2, right? It says 2. So we have 4 products because it's called new basketball, understand? So paste that same ID now. I'm going to right now, since the product already exists in our cart, if we try adding it again, it's going to simply increase the quantity. So now I'm going to just let's put in a number there. Let's say 2. It's going to become 4 now. So click on post. It's now 4. So refresh this page now and let's see it. Now you can see now it's now 4. So that's it. Now we can add to carts, we can update cart items instant, so everything is working seamlessly. So now if I get a right now I want to add a product that does not exist. I want to add a product that does not exist in our database. I'm going to add something. This does not exist, this is wrong, and just click on 2. You're going to throw an error. Click on post. It says must be a valid UID. Understand? Okay, I'm going to get a new UID now. It says must be a valid UID. So we need to get a UID field. So paste this now. So I'll put in 3 here. This ID, we don't have a product with this UID. It does not exist. Understand? So click on post right now. You can see it threw an error. It needs a product that exists before. So this right now you can see our server has blown up. So to avoid something like this, we want to return a friendly error on the browser, a friendly error, understand? So how do we go about that? So we are going to simply write a function that throws a better error. Because what we just did there was we were trying to add a product that does not exist in our database. You get? So right now we're going to write a function that throws a friendly error. So this function is called, the function is going to be on the validate. It's going to be on the product ID. It's going to be on the product ID. This field, it's going to be on it. So okay, so let's write the function. Let me say def. We're going to say validate underscore product underscore ID. That's more of our field. Understand? So we're going to say self, and then we're going to say value now. So right now, simply just say, just follow me. Just simply say if not product dot object dot filter. Okay, dot filter. I'm going to say pk equal to value. Pk equal to value dot exist. So if this product does not exist, so I want to do something. I want to simply just throw a friendly error on the browser, understand? So if not, let me say return serializer serializer, serializers.validation error. Then going to just say this. I'm going to say, well, I'm going to just say there is no product associated with the given ID. So this is a better error message, you understand, on the browser, you understand. There is no product associated with the given ID. So now after you've done this, now let me just say return. Okay, return. So we'll simply say return value. So now that's it. That's what we need to do now. That's what we need to do. So now go down to the browser now. So the browser, back again, refresh this page. So now let's try a wrong ID, something that does not exist. So please send that here. So just put in 5 there. Just put in 3 and then click on post. Let's see. Oh, it's still true. Okay, let's see what the problem is. Let's see what the problem is. Okay, let's see. Oh, this should be raise and not return. It's raise and not return. Sorry, raise. So that should be raise, not return. That was my mistake. Okay, so to the browser, refresh this page once more. So now let's put in a wrong product ID, a wrong one. Just put in 3 and then just say quantity and just put in place post. You can see perfect. Now we have a perfect error message so that there is no product associated with the given ID. You understand? So once you try to, you can see now, you can see we have this error, everything is working fine. Okay, now so let's try something else again. I'm going to try out something else. Paste here. Okay, so I'll put in something. Let's just throw it. Let's just put in an error. Let's put in -1. We only want to have one upward from +1, from +1 upward, not -1. We don't want to have any negative numbers in the quantity. So click on. So okay, I think it reduced it. So it reduced the value. It reduced it. Okay, I think that's fine. Also, it's fine. But to avoid something like that, you can just simply come here, come to your model.py file, to your models. Where do we have our quantity again? This is our quantity. So you can simply just say positive small integer, positive small integer. So this will be fine. Positive small integer field. Let's run server again. So it's positive small integer. Okay, I spelled positive wrongly, positive. So let's try again. Okay, I think it's working now. So to avoid something like this now, I think I need to remove this default 0. Okay, leave it like that. So leave it like that. Okay, we need to make migrations. Remember, let's make migrations. Enter, make migrations and migrate. So I think you can run server now. Let's see. So today, let's see now. Refresh this page. No, cancel. Enter. So now put in your ID again. Paste there. Just put in -2. Let's see what it. Then I click on post. Perfect. It says that ensure this value is greater than or equal to 0. You see, it does not accept negative values. You understand? So that is for that. Now we have the positive small integer that helps us fix that issue. It only accepts. You can see it only accepts what we say. Only accepts from +1 upward. In so that's it for that in this tutorial. That's it for that. So you're able to like add items to carts. Very simple. So do well to watch. You're gonna have the source code in the video description. So I'll see you in the next video. So please do well to subscribe and like. Subscribe to my channel and like this video. See you in the next one.